So right now I'm going to vlog about a topic that has been raised to me more times than I can even possibly begin to count. You know, when you get to be a certain age, you know what I'm talking about, you hit the dirty 30s, everybody starts to ask you two main questions. Do you have kids? Are you married? And it's like, no, and no, and back off. It's so crazy because in today's society, you would think that at some point in time, people have come to notice that women sometimes may be getting married at a later age and not rushing so much into it. I particularly think that it's because there has been basically a decline in the need to get married prior to having premarital sex, and people are having more children out of wedlock, and people are trying to focus on careers and going to school. Feminism has taken over. Something like that. Anywho, a lot of people ask me, do you have kids? I'm like, no. They're like, you're 31. I'm like, yeah. They're like, are you married? I'm like, no. They're like, what I'm saying? And it's so crazy because as soon as I say no, they give me that, I'm sorry, you'll find the right one. And I'm like, hello, I'm only 31 years old. I have plenty of time to get married and have kids. I don't have to do it tomorrow. And I'm not the type of person that just wants to settle for any old person or any old relationship because I want to get married and have kids. Like, that's crazy. I believe that everything happens in the time that it's supposed to, and I don't think that I'm going to have any type of control over that. When you meet that right person and you both connect and you're both on the same wavelength, you're both thinking and wanting the same things out of life, then things go the way they need to go and all's well, you know? But I'm not one to rush anything, and I'm not one to just basically just be happy with just being with any old person just so that I could feel what society expects of me, you know? I don't know, it's just pretty crazy, and I grew up apostolic, and the majority of the girls that, I grew up with, they got married like at 18. And I attribute that a lot to them not wanting to have premarital sex outside of marriage. But at the same time, it's like they just married the very first guy that came along that they dated. And hey, I'm not knocking them. I guess it worked. Well, some cases it did, some cases it didn't. Let's just keep it real. But I wasn't really necessarily trying to do that. I wasn't just trying to date somebody and just, oh, it's the first guy that dates me, and oh, let's go get married and have kids. Yeah, not gonna happen. So I already stuck out like a sore thumb anyway because I wasn't married at 18. But that's that. I wasn't trying to do what everybody else was doing in the church or trying to do whatever society is trying to put on me. I'm more just like enjoying whatever happens or whatever comes my way. And when the right person comes along, that's, the right person, and things will fall into place the way they need to. But yeah, I'm not in a rush to doing that. And so I'm sending this message to you women out there. My hands look abnormally large on this screen. But anyway, I'm sending this message to you to say that you do not have to conform to today's or society's expectations for you and what you should be doing at a particular age. Take the time, get to know yourself, get to love and appreciate yourself, and then when that right gentleman comes along, and I say gentleman because a lot of men will come along, but very few of them are actual gentlemen, So when that nice, respectful gentleman comes along and he treats you like a queen the way you deserve to be treated, you will know it. Don't settle for somebody just acting all willy-nilly here and there, and you just get with him because you're desperate. Like, don't do that. Take your time. And even if you never get married and have children, at least you'll have your self-respect. And I know some of you are saying, will respect keep me warm at night? Maybe not. But it sure will keep you from crying and being upset, depressed, and a bunch of other things because you're in a very terrible relationship. So anyway, girl, all I can say is just keep hope alive. One day that right person will come along. But until then, please don't let other people make you feel bad or make you question yourself, because the reality is it's what's good for the gander is not always good for the goose. What's good for one person isn't always good for the next. So you have to just decide what's good for you and go from there. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what you have to do. So